So we have some grind and some steaks. We'll do something different with those steaks later, but the weather isn't cooperating for fishing right now, and we are actually in the lockout. Now, if you're not in Pennsylvania, what the lockout means is after a certain date in February, it's usually the 28th, but this year it was the 20th, any approved stock trout waters will be locked out while they stock until the season opener, which is April 2nd. So we're in the lockout until April 2nd. So any water that they would put trout in, I couldn't fish in right now. And we're kind of in that in between where the ice is coming off of the ice is starting to come off of the water, but it's not all the way off yet, and the water temps are still below that magic 50 number. So tonight's video will be a little catch and cook. Only I didn't catch it, but I did help harvest it. So, well, I'll carry it out. So we are doing some Bambi burgers. Ron had a successful doe hunt this year. Got a meat doe. We got some meat in both our freezers from it. So we're going to take that grind. Deer meat doesn't have any fat in it, so what you want to do is you want to add some fat of your own. I use pork fat. Alright, so you got to add your own fat. So this has got ground pork in it. We put some adobo seasoning for flavor, a little olive oil, an egg to help bind it, some saltine crackers. I know that sounds weird, but what the saltines will do is it will absorb the moisture when you start, and then as you cook them, it'll release the moisture back, and it also helps with binding. Three. We do three so we don't grab pan. At least with that big one. Alright. Deer burgers don't stick together that well. So I'm making some Bambi burgers here. So in the grind, you want the grind deer meat, some pork fat of your choosing. It's normal to use some fatty chunks of bacon. That's how I grew up doing it. However, my youngest son's a weirdo. He won't eat bacon. So we're using some sausage ground pork for you to make your own sausage with. And we just happen to like the flavor of roasted garlic in our family, so I've got some roasted garlic chopped up in here. And I took a class not too long ago from Jeremy Fowler. So for the seasoning, we're using the Wooded Beardsman adobo. And then toppings of your choice, whatever you want them to be. Typical burger toppings. Tonight we're also going to be a little fancy. I'm going to top one with caramelized onions and some brie, some mushrooms. There's roasted garlic in the burgers, a little mayonnaise, make like a aioli. So it should come out pretty good. I know I'm not typically a cooking channel, but we do cook a lot. Oh, those look nice. And once you add some fat to deer looks a lot like beef. Tastes quite a bit like it too. Some fat and some seasoning. And it's a renewable resource. Alright, see if our oil's ready. Got the tester. We don't do this too much anymore. We don't eat a lot of deep fried foods. Taking a little bit better care of our health, but deep fried fries, I think, is something you want with some wild game. burger and fries, that goes together like peas and carrots. Better. Goes better because I hate peas. We got not quite yet. Getting there though. Love steak fries. I'm gonna turn one of my kids into a cameraman. They're ready. Slice some maters. Alright, a little Worcestershire sauce on it, however you say it. Should put this in the mix, but I didn't. We'll still get some of the flavor here. Let's go ahead and get your iron plate for that. If you got a little more money to you can get your fancy drying rack for this. I grew up completely impoverished, so you know, plate and a paper towel. I'm blue collar, not high dollar.
Okay.
All right. Reaction?
I mean, I only have like 3 bites left. I'd say it's pretty good.
That's good.
Let's see what Mom thinks. Now, I know the boys have had Bambi at Scott's. You had this before?
But venison?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right.